Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, August 29th. A very comfortable morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Many of the suburbs of the big cities along I-95 from D.C. to New York City have temperatures this morning in the 50s. It'll remain quite comfortable this afternoon, thanks in large part to high pressure that sits right on top of the northeast quadrant. Unfortunately, that high pressure system moves off the northeast coastline early this weekend. That will open the door for much more humid and warmer air to push into the Mid-Atlantic region, especially by Sunday and Monday. Along with that increase in heat and humidity, by the latter part of the Labor Day weekend, there will be an increased shot at some shower and thunderstorm activity, although much of the time will certainly be rain-free on Sunday and Monday. Well, let's start off by looking at the current surface map, and here's that high-pressure system sitting right on top of the northeast quadrant. Again, a very nice day in the northeastern part of the country thanks to this high-pressure system. Notice, however, just to the southwest, this is where there is very warm and humid air just on the other side of this stationary front. As that high pushes off the northeast coastline this weekend, our low-level winds will switch from the northeast to the southwest on Saturday and continue on Sunday out of the southwest. This warm and humid air mass will advance north and east and certainly will be noticeable around here by Sunday afternoon. In fact, temperatures could very well flirt with the 90-degree mark up and down the I-95 corridor on Sunday. And once that heat and humidity does push into the Mid-Atlantic region, it will remain in this area on Monday and Tuesday as well. All 3 days, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, could feature some shower and thunderstorm activity, although, again, much of the time will be rain-free. It probably will be Wednesday when this frontal system, this cool front way up here in the northern plains, finally pushes through, as it only gradually pushes to the south and east over the next few days. Again, this looks like it may not reach the east coast until the middle part of next week. Hence, unstable conditions will continue right through Tuesday of next week. Well, here's the latest infrared satellite imagery loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Some high clouds here associated with the remains of Hurricane Cristobal. That is continuing to weaken and race out into the North Atlantic. There is a little bit of activity of interest here over the Gulf of Mexico. Again, we talked about this earlier this week, that conditions are somewhat favorable and will continue to be somewhat favorable over the next week or 10 days or so for some tropical storm possibilities over the Gulf of Mexico region. This area of showers and thunderstorms will likely not develop into a tropical storm, as it just may not have enough time before it moves over the land of Texas and Louisiana with some heavy rainfall over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. In fact, it is quite possible that this weekend, Labor Day weekend, will actually feature no tropical cyclones anywhere in the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean. That is quite rare indeed, for there to perhaps be no tropical activity anywhere around the globe during Labor Day weekend, which climatologically speaking is quite an active time period for tropical storm activity. All the action today in the U.S. is out over the middle part of the country. Some high clouds here in the Mid-Atlantic region, but for the most part, plenty of sunshine today, thanks to that large Canadian high-pressure system that now sits on top of New England. Well, let's take a look at some computer forecast maps for the upcoming weekend into the early part of next week using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is the forecast map for tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. High pressure that is currently sitting on top of New England does push off the northeast coastline by tomorrow. That opens the door for a southwesterly flow of air to develop at the low levels of the atmosphere that will pump up increasingly warm and increasingly humid air into the Mid-Atlantic region. Tomorrow, Saturday, will still be quite a nice day with only a bit of an increase in humidity and warmth in the I-95 corridor. The big change will be noticeable on Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, again, temperatures will flirt with the 90-degree mark, and humidity will be noticeably higher, and there will be an increased shot at some showers and thunderstorms. In fact, let's now jump ahead to the Sunday morning forecast map. Here it is, Sunday morning, 24 hours after the previous map we just looked at. Notice some precipitation depicted here by the GFS model, especially in the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region. southwesterly flow of air here as that high continues to move off the northeast coastline. Again, we'll notice a big increase in humidity by Sunday afternoon. Again, Saturday kind of a transition day, still rather comfortable, but Sunday we'll notice the big increase in heat and humidity, near 90 degrees for highs, much more humid, and the threat for some showers and thunderstorms, although much of the time will be rain-free on Sunday. Let's now jump ahead to Labor Day morning, Monday morning. And here's the forecast map for Monday morning. Still some activity in terms of precipitation depicted by the GFS model. Once we become rather hot and humid on Sunday and somewhat unstable with some scattered showers and thunderstorms, it looks like that kind of weather will continue on Monday and Tuesday as well. Notice here by Monday morning, a frontal system out here in the middle part of the country. Again, that only moves slowly to the east and perhaps not clearing things out here until Wednesday of next week. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours to Tuesday morning of next week. And here's the forecast map for Tuesday morning, perhaps in the clear in terms of rainfall early Tuesday, but here's that area associated with that next frontal system that certainly can throw some shower and thunderstorm activity into the Mid-Atlantic region later in the day on Tuesday, and then again on Tuesday night. Perhaps by Wednesday, we will remove any mention of possible showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region after the passage of this next weak cool frontal system. But again, very pleasant conditions today to close out the work week. Not bad at all on Saturday, perhaps a bit more on the humid side. The real noticeable increase in heat and humidity around here will be felt on Sunday. Once we get into that very warm and humid weather pattern on Sunday with an increased shot of showers and thunderstorms, it will continue on Monday and Tuesday as well, although again, much of the time, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be rain-free. That's it for now. Enjoy the long holiday weekend. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.